Here with Leslie to do a workout for predominantly for slightly older generation, 60 plus. Leslie's a mere 62, a little spring chicken, but we just thought we would show you some exercises that are great for keeping you fit and strong, particularly whilst a lot of people are unable to go out quite as much and do their regular classes or go for longer walks, because now with the lockdown becoming stricter and stricter. So I've got a chair here for Leslie. You can do it with or without a chair. I'll just turn it that way, but it just helps with balance. So we're going to start with just doing a leg exercise. I can just stand on the floor, but as Leslie has, so if you get quite close to it but not too far away, we're going to lift one leg out to the side, and then you're just lifting it up slightly using your bottom. So we're not trying to hitch in the waist, you're just lifting up and down. Okay, so try and draw the navel in, think about the abdominals connecting, and we're just lifting up and down from the side. Oops. Brilliant. So you're just going to do a few more. We're going to do about 10 of these, and then we're going to pulse our legs. Good. So try not to hitch too much as you lift. Just lift from the bottom.
Lift from the bottom.
There, that's better. Up and down. Okay, we're holding the legs, so it's not very high. We're just going to do little pulses for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, keep that tummy drawn in, 6, 4, 3, 2, 1, calm down. Okay, so we're going to swap legs, and then we're going to move on to the next exercise. So we're going to do the other side now. So, I don't want to be too much in the way, so lifting up and down. So obviously you can do as many of these as you like, but they're great for building up bottom strength and leg strength. Make sure you're connected all the way down to your foot. And my tummy is really controlling this movement, so I'm not shortening my waist. I'm really just keeping that waist length the same all the time as I lift and lower. Okay, let's do another 5. Control the up and down. I can really feel my obliques firing up to hold me, particularly on the side the legs working. And we're going to pulse for 10, 9, 8, keep lifting up through the pelvic floor, drawing the navel in. 3, 2, 1. Brilliant. Shake the legs out. Could you feel this?
I did.
Okay, so we're going to start doing some arms. Obviously this is upper body does tend to lose its tone as we use it less often. So we're going to use some cans here. I'm sure you all have some canned food. It just gives a little bit more resistance. I'm going to do it without them. Or if you've got small hand weights, you can do it with those as well. So we are going to start we're going to make it work a little bit harder in this slight squat position. So that's it. And then from here, you're just going to bring your arms back and then all the way forward. So keep leaning forward a little bit there. So it's only from the shoulder joint we're moving the arms.
So am I moving my head?
No, everything else stays still.
Okay.
Just the shoulder joint, up and down. Good. So make sure the knees are going together so the inner thighs are working. Okay, well done. Keep going. So really control the movement, lift. We're going to do 2 more. And then we're going to stay where we are. You're going to bring your arms out here. And then you're going to bit far forward. That's it. Turn them that way and then this way. That way. Good.
This is much harder than I thought.
We're going to come up from the squat position in a minute. A few more. Can you feel this in your arms?
I can.
Good.
And my legs.
Okay. We're going 3 more. 2, 1. Just coming up. Okay. From there, you're going to bring the arms up and down. Up. All the way up and down. Good. So obviously, depending on how much weight you want and how much you're feeling it, you can do these quite a lot. Okay, we're going to do another one just to demonstrate. So now we're going to come up like this, shoulders down your back, elbows together, you come out and in, out. Elbows as high as the shoulders, not higher, but about as high as the shoulders. That's it, draw them together, back out. That's it, good. Lovely. Can you feel these?
Not really. This.
Elbows together, lift them up a little bit higher.
That's probably why I'm not fit. Yes, now I
That's
can, yeah.
Good. Lovely, we're going to do a few more there. Keep those elbows high, shoulders down.
Sorry.
That's okay, did you say sorry? That's it. Okay. Coming down. You're turning the palms to face backwards, not too far, and then you're just lifting from the triceps. So this stays still, and we're going to do triceps, which run down the back of the arm. That's it, so lift and release.
Oh, sorry.
So control that release. Tuck the tailbone under, draw the tummy in now, just move from shoulder joint. Then that's it, and then back. She's a fast learner. That's it, shoulders down. So it's just moving from the shoulder joint backwards and forwards, and that will work that tricep. We're just going to pulse for 10, 9, 8, really small, moving from that joint again. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Arms up here. Now we're doing circles. So these are great again for working the shoulders and the arms. Can you feel those?
Yeah.
I obviously am not feeling it as much because I haven't got any weight. You can do it without weights, as I said here. The other way, have you rotated the other way? Sorry, actually.
Yeah, I have. I'm
3,
watching.
2, 1. Okay. And we're going to take the views away. How was that? Good.
Yeah.
So we're going to be on the mat and we're going to be lying down. So I've given Leslie a head cushion because she was slightly falling back as she was laying there, so I wanted to find a more neutral position for her head. I'm going to do it without it, but I'm going to show you some different, demonstrate a variety of different exercises you can do if you want to make it a bit more challenging. So we're going to just do the basic toe tap. So your head is on the floor. I'm thinking heavy through my bra strap area and on my sacrum. My lumbar spine is slightly off the mat. Now I'm thinking about connecting my tummy. I'm going to do a double knee fold, which is bringing your feet up to this sort of chair position. The knees are at 90 degrees. Perfect. So at that point, we're going to lower one leg, exhaling, making sure that you draw the tummy in as you lower it. And then the other. So Leslie's just going to continue with that. Make sure you don't drop the heel towards the bottom. So you keep it at a 90-degree angle as you lower the leg. Otherwise, it's not very challenging on the abdominals, and we're trying to work the tummy. Keep using that out breath as you lower the leg. So you can either come up a little bit more like this if you want to work a bit harder. You keep lifting up. The lumbar will obviously go closer towards the floor, the arched part of your spine. And we're just now trying to reach up. Now if you want to make it slightly more challenging coordination-wise, you can come here and as you lower, you lengthen the arm. This is quite tricky though. So this is just working the tummy as well, because your levers, your arms and your legs are quite heavy. So just tap that on the floor. That's it. So we're working the tummy a little bit more there. So we're just going to do a couple more on either side. Go back to the basic toe tap. You should really feel this in the abdominals, how they're trying to control the torso, maintaining that neutral position and just allowing your leg to move from the hip joint. Okay, 2 more. Are you feeling these, Leslie?
I am.
Good. And come down, one foot then the other. Well done. Okay, the next one we're going to do is standing squats. So these are really low impact but great for building quad strength and also mobilising the hip joints and using your abdominals. So you have your feet slightly wider than hip width apart. You can do them in trainers or as Leslie is or without. And as you come down, you lower your bottom behind you, keeping the knees level. As I come back up, I push through the back of my legs and my glutes into that upright position. So from a side angle, coming down as if I'm sitting on a chair, and then I come back up. Okay, so my knees are staying forward and I'm lowering my bottom behind me.
Righty ho.
Off we go. So we're going to do 10. That's it, and fire back up. Good. Oh, you get right near the ground there. Very good. Keep lifting up. So this is great for your quads and your bottoms. So really drive up. Make sure you're not going into extension as you come back up. Lovely. Okay. So obviously if you want to make it more cardio, you can do a little jump in between. Leslie's not going to do it, but you can jump up. Or you can just do them slightly faster. We're now going to add some pulses. So you're going to come down and we're staying for little pulses for 10, 9, 8, 6. Leslie, drop the bottom, shoulders down your back. 3, 2, 1. Come up, shake your legs out. Hi, so I've shown you some squats you can do without assistance, but if you find those too hard, you can do them using a chair. So we're just going to demonstrate how you can do those. So we're going to do about 10 of them. So you come quite close to the back of the chair, you bring your arms forward, you come all the way down, you sit down, and then you come back up, thrust your hips forward and come back down. So you're coming here. That's it. Make sure the knees are staying the same distance apart. So try not to let them rotate in. So we're thinking about alignment. Push through the back of your legs into the bottom as you come up and bring the arms down. And then up. Not too high, just in front of you, and then down. Okay, we're going to get a little bit more with a bit of flow now. Great. And as you come up, really think about the connection of your tummy. Draw the tummy in, tuck the bottom under. Try not to go into extension. So we're staying strong through your core, your tummy, your muscles. And we can do another 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And the good thing with these is you can sit down afterwards. Have a little rest. Okay, we're going to come to the back of the chair. Excuse the cat. So we'll come here, or maybe I'll put you. Why have I done that? Okay. So another exercise you can do really easily with the chair is to hold the chair and come forward and put your elbows on the chair. Lift one foot and flex the foot. And make sure the other knee is pointing forward. From here, you're going to lift the leg and bring it back down without moving your torso. So really bend the leg, have the foot towards, the heel towards the bottom. You bring the knee in and then you lift up. So you don't lift it too high because you're keeping this all still. And we're just lifting and lowering. And we're going to do another 8 there. So I'm just going to see how Leslie's going. Brilliant. So just bring the knee here as you lift it up and try and lift from your bottom and then bring it forward. That's better. Now keep strong through your tummy so your back isn't bending. We're going to do another 3, 2, and then we're going to add some pulses. So you're going to lift the leg and just do little pulses. Keep lifting it up. Feel like it's lifting from under your bottom. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come down. So you may feel it in the other leg. Staying on the same leg, you're going to lift now and lower. So again, I'm keeping strong through my center, not going into my back as I lift. So I can't actually lift my leg that much, if you see, without having to go into a back bend. So we're not back bending. You just keep the leg really straight all the way down, tap the floor.
Oh, sorry.
So keep that leg straight, try not to bend it. Obviously Leslie's got baggy trousers on, so you can't see her leg as well, but I can tell that it's connected. Good. And another 4, 3, 2, and guess what? We're going to pulse for 10, 9, 8, 7. Keep that tummy strong. 4, 4, 3, 3, 2, 2, and 1. Come up. We're going to swap legs. Okay, so coming back down. Can you feel it in the other leg a little bit as well? Good.
At the top.
At the top, yeah. So your bottom will probably be...
I'm holding on to the side of my chair because this is a bit hard.
It is quite hard.
Okay?
Yeah, that's absolutely fine. As long as you're comfortable and you're in the position, you just find where's comfortable. It might be even here or here. And also it depends on your height. Okay, so we're going to bend the leg. So think about that flex foot and you lift up. So it's not a big movement. Because I'm wearing a baggy top, it's quite hard to see, but you should see that my back isn't really moving, so I'm lifting from the back of my bottom. So we're really trying to work the back of your body. So just try and lift up in the stomach a bit more so we're not bending in the back. So rather than letting the bum stick out, lift up tiny bit more. Not so you're curved, but just so you're long, that's it. And keep that foot flexed. Keep the distance between the foot and the bottom the same all the way from the up and the down. Let's do another 3, 2, and 1. And we're going to pulse for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. Those pulses just make it burn a little bit more. 3, 2, 1. Lengthen the leg, flex the foot, lift up and down. So the reason why these are good is because it works the back of your body, the posterior chain. And as you get older, you tend not to use this as much. And particularly women, we tend not to use our glutes as much as men, so we get saggy bottoms. So this is great for lifting your bottom, making sure it's really strong. Okay, let's do another 3. Try and not bend the back. 2, 1. Now we're pulsing. 10, 9, 8, 7. So I can really feel this in my supporting bottom cheek, glute. 3, 2, 1, and all down the back of this other leg. We're going to shake out. How are they?
Yeah.
Really effective.
Yeah.
Good. Okay, so the chair, again, we're using the back of it. It's just there for support. You don't really need a chair. You can use your kitchen work surface or a sofa. But it's just there to support you if you feel unbalanced. We're going to come into a small plie. So you don't want your toes too far out because you can't keep your heels together as you lift up. So it is quite a small plie. I have my feet out of my shoes so I can really spread my toes across the floor. And this is great for ankle strength. So I'm lifting up, squeezing my ankles together, my heels together, and then feeling really lifted in my inner thighs, and then I just come down. So it's a real lift upwards rather than leaning forwards. So exhale as you come up and go down slowly. So this is great exercise for your inner ankle as well, which often becomes weak over time. And you find when you're wearing high heels, it's quite uncomfortable in that joint because the strength has gone. So this is a great exercise, and you can start adding arms. Lifting up. Good. And I'm really feeling this in my inner thighs, my pelvic floor, and then all down the calf muscle. Can you feel that down the back of the leg? Good. And we're going to do another 3, 2, and 1 more. Good. Coming down and then coming back up, we're holding. Just going to lean over, holding that plie. And this time you will need the chair just to stabilise. Come down. And up and leaning over. Come down. We'll do another 3. So really think about lifting up through the big toe as well. So that all the weight's all through your toes. And the big toe is stabilising you. 1 more. Brilliant. We're just going to change the chairs around and come up for those 5 on the other side so that you're even. So find that V again, coming up, lifting over, come back down and up. Lovely. And again. Make sure when you come up you're not going into extension. The tummy is strong as you lift up and over. 2 more. And 1 more. Good. And come down. Shake those arms and legs out. Well done. So the next exercise, you can see we've got the chairs again, and we're going to be sitting on the chairs. So we're going to find a position that feels comfortable, where you want to feel seated upright, and your feet maybe on your tiptoes. So depending on what your chair is, you need to just find a position that allows you to sit up straight, chest open, shoulders down. From here, we're just lifting one leg and then the other without moving your torso. So you're trying to lift the knee up towards your chest. So we don't want to bend in your body. So you're having to use your core. So keep lengthening up. That's it. So you just have to lift really slowly. That's it. So really control this tummy. So we're going to do about 5 on either side. You can add more if you want. But we're going to progress this. So if you've got this quite well, which Leslie has now, we can go to a slightly harder exercise. You might need to lean back a fraction more, hold on to the sides. I think we were squeezing the sides with our elbows. And you're going to lift both legs. That's it. So now you can just lean back slightly, but making sure, so I'm having to move my arms because it's not comfortable for me. And you're just lifting both arms, but the upper body, drop the shoulders down. Are the hands comfortable like that? I've gone inside. Just move your hands around. And we're just going double knees together. So this is really going, it's quite effective. I can really feel it in my lower abdominals, having to connect and lift up. So really use your out breath. That's it, keep going. Really use that out breath as you lift them up. So now lift, that's it. So exhale. That exhale will help you connect your tummy. So exhale here. You're breathing in there. Okay, so breathe in. And then exhale. That's it. And it's all about keeping that torso still, moving from the hip joints. Good. 3. Can you feel these?
Yeah.
2. And 1. So I can feel those down the front of my legs and in my tummy.
Yeah.
Good.
Definitely.
Okay, we're just going to show one more exercise, which is coming down onto the triceps. So you drop your bottom off the side, so you can do this off a sofa, off your kitchen chair, but just make sure it's stable and it's not going to flick up. These are quite stable chairs. Try not to sink in the shoulders. Lift up, squeeze the elbows together, and you drop down and back up. And you keep that torso again straight. So you're dropping the bottom down, and exhale as you push back up. That's it. Really using your breath. So I'm trying not to tuck under, I'm dropping my bottom down. That's it. And as you exhale, draw that tummy up. Think about the pelvic floor. Let's do another 4. Very good, Leslie. 3, 2, and 1. Okay, so you can do 2 sets of those depending on how strong you're feeling. And you can also add some pulses where you just do little tiny pulses. And that's going to get really into the back of the arms, which is great for those, what do you call them, bat wings? Bingo wings, not bat wings, bingo wings. And no one wants bingo wings. We all want to have nice toned arms. So that's another great exercise. So this is slightly more challenging. We're going to be doing reverse lunges or alternating the legs. So lunges are where you go down into this position. The key with this is to keep the front knee over the heel. You don't want them too far forward, and we're dropping the other leg back, and then you come up, and then we're going to swap. You really use your exhale to drive yourself back up to standing. Are we ready?
I'll give it a go.
Make sure you use your arms and your breath to help balance you. You could hold a chair if you were feeling unstable, but we're coming down.
All right, hang on.
So you're reversing, both legs together.
Both legs together.
Reverse one leg down. And then bring your arms back. So take your arms forward as you go down, and then back up. And then here. So then drive up using your legs and your tummy and your breath. So exhale. That's it. Good. Whoops. Keep going. That's it. So now try and really look at one place so that you're not wobbling everywhere.
Yeah.
Good. Now if you want to challenge yourself a little bit more, we're going to stay back here. Find your space. We're going to pulse for 10. It's the back leg that's actually going up and down. 9, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's swap legs. Okay, 10, 9, 8, 7. That's all right. Keep reversing back. 6, 5, hold your hands still, 4, 3, 2, 1, coming up. So they are really challenging as Leslie's proved, but they're really good for strengthening the legs, and they're a little bit of cardio as well, depending on how fast you want to go. We're just going to have a little cool down now. So I've come round to the front of the chair, so has Leslie, and we're going to pop one foot on the chair. Now if you find that too difficult, you can do this with the foot on the floor and just come forward, leaning forward, lengthening one of the legs and bending the other one for support. If you feel like you can reach your foot onto the chair, you can then lean forward here just for a slightly deeper stretch. So Leslie's very tight in her hamstrings, so I would suggest she comes up a little bit. That's it, much better. And you want to feel like your leg is drawing back into the socket, so you get that length down through the back of the leg. So if you're feeling mobile, you could come down like I am and go towards the foot, sticking the bottom out towards behind you. And I'm just holding that stretch. This is great lengthening. We've done quite a lot of leg exercises, so this is good for the hamstrings. And you do tend to get tight hamstrings generally when you sit a lot, and when you're walking, you use the back of your legs. We're going to do a hip flex opener as well, which also gets very tight. So we're going to swap legs. So bring that leg, draw it back, keep the hips square, and then try and lift up in that other leg a little bit. Stick your bum out behind you if you can. Oh, try not to tuck under. See if you can lengthen the back. There we are. Can you feel that down the back of your leg?
Yeah.
So we often are a little bit naughty when it comes to stretching, and we try and avoid it, but it is really important. It just helps make you feel so much more mobile. So again, if you find that too hard, you can do it here, not bringing it to the, and obviously depending on how far down you can go, you can hold the back of a chair, or if you're feeling quite mobile, you can come down, sticking that bottom out and lowering yourself towards the chair. 3 more seconds. Okay, coming up. We're just going to pull the chair slightly towards us. We're going to come the other side for a hip flex stretch. So this is quite important for opening up the hip flexes. And when we're sitting down a lot, they get very tight and shortened. So you can hold one leg and then just tuck your tummy. You might be sticking your bottom out. You need to tuck under. And then feel that if the leg's coming forward, try and draw it backwards, and this will open up that hip flexor.
Yeah, I can see
Good.
it.
So we do get very tight in those, as I said, and it's important to open it up because it starts causing hip joint pain. You might get tight down your IT band, which again goes into the hip and then affects the lower back and the positioning of your pelvis and the hip in the joint. So there is quite a lot going on in that area that then can cause other pain. So this is a really good stretch. Okay, other leg. I'm just going to, well, let's swap sides. Oh no, that's not going to help. Just turn the chair around. I'll come there. And then we're going to lift that leg. Great. Ooh, I'm quite tight on this side today. So try not to stick your bum up again. Tuck the tailbone under and feel your tummy strong. Try and bring those ribs down towards your hips at the front. That's it. Good. So keep drawing in that tummy and tucking the tailbone. Trying to find your neutral as much as possible. And if you do find that really hard, Leslie's going to carry on. You can even come with your foot on the chair and then just tuck the pelvis forward. If you can't hold the foot, you can come into this position where you're just standing. Try not to stick the bottom out again. You're driving the hips forward. And I can still feel that there. Obviously, it's not as deep. So, but if you're struggling to lift the foot up, this is quite a good other alternative stretch for the hip flexor. And we're going to come down. And then we're just going to move the chairs out of the way. And we're going to come up with our arms, and then we're going to bring them all the way down to the floor. It doesn't matter if you can't reach the floor. And then we're coming all the way back up. Bring your hands down to your center, and then shake out. Well done. I hope you enjoyed it.